Okay, so maybe after a couple times you have all the students' results now. So what I want to do now is just show you how I would just go ahead and take the information from your Google Forms response spreadsheet and then put it into a spreadsheet program that you're familiar with. You can use a separate spreadsheet through Google, or you can just use Microsoft Excel, whichever one you feel more comfortable. I'm definitely more comfortable with Microsoft Excel, so what I do is I go ahead and take all the information from the response spreadsheet and just copy and paste what I would like from there into Excel. Now the nice thing about this is I can sort the information here first before copying and pasting it. For example, there's two ways that I could think this could be useful. The first of those being is just having everything sorted by name, so that maybe you just want averages for one student, or maybe you just, like you want to see just how one student's doing. To do that, to do any kind of sorting, what you're going to do is you're going to look up here in the columns right above the category you would like to select and sort. Say for example I want to sort the names in alphabetical order. You just go ahead and go towards B. There's a little arrow. You click on that, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit sort either from A to Z or Z to A. I'm going to do A to Z. And what it's going to do is it's going to take all those, put them in alphabetical order, but also all the data, all the timestamps, everything else then just goes ahead and goes with it, so it's not like it's going to mess everything up. From there, I can just go ahead and say, all right, I want to look at student name, and I want to just select just student names information, copy it, Control C, open up a spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel, and then just go ahead, Control V or paste it into that. From there I can just go ahead and do what I want with that data. So say for example I just want to get the averages for the one category, or maybe I just want to get the total score and average that. That's totally up to you. Now to do the averages and to do some of the adding tricks in Excel, just to give you a quick refresher, say for example I just want to go ahead and have the total score and then get the average of that to see kind of the average score that student name gets on these projects. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the right hand side. That's where I'm going to have Excel place the sum of the scores. To do any kind of formula in Excel, you're going to start by typing in the equal sign and then the command you'd like for Excel to do. So for example, to add, I type in the word sum, put a left parenthesis, and then just drag the cells that you would like Excel to sum. End the parenthesis, hit enter, and then there you go, there's the sum for that first project. If you select what you have just done, in the lower right hand corner the cursor turns in like a little black cross. Click hold and drag down. It will perform that same operation a couple of times until you have dragged it to the bottom of where the information is. So those are the three total scores for student name. Maybe I want to average each subsection, or maybe I want to average the total scores. What I'm going to do there is I like to just go ahead and name this average so I know kind of like what the heck these numbers represent. To do an average, you're going to do the same thing as sum. You're going to hit equals. This time you're going to type the word average. What do you know? Enter the column that you want it to average. So I want to average that first subsection, so the average would be 1. And if you again click in the lower right hand corner, click drag and move it over, it's just going to give you the average for each section. So you can go ahead and see what that average scores are and use them for kind of like how you need to use those. Okay. You can also look for trends. So if it's increased, decreased, that kind of thing. So that's just one way you can use Excel. If I open up the spreadsheet again, I just labeled it by name. Maybe I want to do it by the date, so I want to change the filter for the timestamp. The reason I might want to do this is maybe I want to see, like for example, the first project, how did they do the second project, and that's going to change obviously based on the time. So I'd want to filter the time, so I'm going to sort that from A to Z. This time you'll notice that it's not necessarily sorting alphabetically, but sorting by date. And the reason why, again, this is successful is I want to go ahead and say, oh, this is project 1 was this date, March 23rd. I can go ahead and select those students from there, get the average from each section. And then again, here's my second project that was graded April 3rd. I can go ahead and then select them and get the average from there. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that, and then I could show you how you could then convert that to a quick little bar graph to show if there's student growth or not.